All right, here's a video I was curious about. This is the 12 to 35, and this is the Rokinon 7.5 millimeter fisheye. These are two of my widest lenses for the Micro Four Thirds native mount. And the GH4 has a crop as opposed to, say, Canon DSLRs that can get a really wide field of view. So sometimes I struggle with wide angle shots, and 1080p is wider on the GH4 than it is in 4K. So this lens in 4K is going to see essentially a little bit more crop. So I have some video examples to show you guys the 12 to 35 as well as the 7.5 millimeter Rokinon, what it looks like in both 1080p and when it's shot in 4K. So here's a look at that right now. All right, so there is a crop factor between the two lenses. One of the other things I was very interested about was whether I could defish the Rokinon. So basically what you do is in post, they have tools that will allow you to correct distortion on a fisheye. At 4K, because of the crop factor, you have less distortion, so it doesn't look so much like a fisheye. Even though there is some distortion, we can correct that in post. And because we have all this extra resolution in 4K, we can zoom in and correct distortion and bring that down to 1080p without losing too much detail. Now, defishing a fisheye with normal video usually ends up in soft or poor results. So it is beneficial to shoot with the Rokinon 7.5 millimeter in 4K and then correct the fisheye, and you'll still get a wider field of view. So you'll get some straight lines, and you'll get a wider field of view with a defished 7.5 millimeter Rokinon than you will at the 12 millimeter, even in the 1080, which is the widest setting on the GH4. So that was something I was curious about. So here's some tests, and you guys decide for yourselves. just to recap, if you rewatch the video, what I've done was I've taken the fisheye lens here, shot in 4K, corrected the distortion in post, and then scaled down to 1080p. That still allows me plenty of resolution while I'm correcting the distortion, and I'm still managing to get a wider field of view than if I was to shoot at 12 millimeters with this guy, even at 1080p, which is the widest setting on the GH4. So hopefully that answers some questions out there. I was curious myself if it's possible. I think I could definitely use that when I need to get really, really wide and correct the distortion and then just scale down to 1080p. All right, so that's it. If you guys have any questions about this, check it out at the blog, cheesycam.com.